a fool over and over and over again.
Welcome to a very special bedtime Alec Baldwin. It's a classy affair this evening. I'm drinking a glass of non-alcoholic red wine. Wow. What a thrill. So, what we're going to be watching tonight is a documentary called Seduced and Abandoned, which was Alec Baldwin and James Toback made it together. And from the 5 minutes I've watched, it seems to be about them going to the Cannes Festival, dear me, going to the Cannes Film Festival to try and secure funding for a film which is a remake of Last Tango in Paris, I believe. Here we go. I look back on my life and it's 95% running around trying to raise money to make movies and 5% actually making them. It's no way to live. Orson Welles. So already, we've not even started the film, and Alec Baldwin and James Toback are comparing themselves to Orson Welles.
That I was a useful pawn to a director who was a skilled director. To Mike Nichols, I just was a spatula he used to flip an omelet with. You know, I wasn't the omelet.
Right.
I wasn't the spinach or the olives in the omelet. I was just some salt you might have sprinkled on it, or the directors were outright obstructions to getting anything done. They were just hideously unqualified. When you try to
Again, with Alec Baldwin slagging off the people he works with, saying that he's worked with directors that were hideously unqualified.
ignore the director
Not like me, Alec Baldwin. I'm qualified. I know how to do everything. I know how to hold a gun safely on set and not kill anyone.
on the film and pretend he doesn't exist or try to kind of sidestep in every way.
I know how to speak to my daughter over the phone.
Great films with great directors, that's the pinnacle. When I got a
Interesting opinion there. Great films with great directors. That's the pinnacle. When you get a great film with a great director, boy oh boy, you're in luck there. You've really hit the jackpot.
phone call from my agent, and I was in the Tet offensive of my divorce. It was probably the worst time of my life. And my phone rang, and my agent said to me, he goes, "How's it going?" I said, "It's terrible." I said, "This is just a horribly contentious and ugly day."
Oh, dear.
And he said to me, "Well, whatever you do," he said, "you go upstairs into that conference room. We were doing depositions. And he said, you tell those people that from now on they have to address you as Juan Tripp." And this was his signal to me that Scorsese had asked me to do this smaller role in the film.
I mean, I wish you were up there with me, Juan. It was exhilarating.
Be that as it may, you still have to answer for the Spruce Goose.
Is that Leonardo DiCaprio's dick?
And it will exhilarating.
Be that as it may, you still have to answer for the Spruce Goose.
I gotta watch The Aviator, folks. Look at this. You got Baldwin, you got John C. Reilly, and you got Leonardo DiCaprio's penis in the same film?
I certainly hope so. The American people deserve something for their $13 million.
So this is a film called Seduced and Abandoned, made by a man who I believe... Let me just get the exact number, hang on. Right, so James Toback... the Los Angeles Times reported that 38 women have accused Toback of sexual harassment or assault. Since the article was published, and this is a big number, 357 additional women contacted the Los Angeles Times and said that Toback had sexually harassed them. So that's coming up to 400 women that this guy is sexually harassing. I don't think I've met 400 women in my life.
I want to ask
And of course we got a Woody Allen quote. Of course!
everyone.
Let's get that quote again. You got a Samuel Johnson quote, whoever that guy is. I'm not afraid of death. I just don't want to be there when it happens.
I want to ask everyone.
I'll tell you what, Woody. I'd love to be there when it happens, mate. Front row seats for me, pal.
I trust you, but in the past, I trusted people who I should not have trusted. Like the guy that's the dog wrangler over there, I should not have trusted him. We should fucking whack him right now.
Jesus Christ.
What
Someone dares to play with their little pets while Alec Baldwin is shooting a documentary with James Toback. Have they no respect?
Please give a warm welcome to writer-director James Toback and a man who needs no introduction, actor Alec Baldwin.
Another little interesting Me Too wrinkle here is that, I can't remember her name, but the lady in Last Tango in Paris said that Marlon Brando actually raped her on camera in Last Tango in Paris. So that's just another little layer.
Ideally, it would be our analogous attempt to erase the line between role player and role, to create something bold and dark from you for you.
Put your fingers up my ass, are you deaf?
I haven't seen Last Tango in Paris. Is this all the film is?
I'm gonna get a pig. And I'm gonna have the pig fuck you. And I want the pig to vomit in your face. And I want you to swallow the vomit.
So this is being shown as an example of the kind of film that Alec Baldwin and James Toback want to produce together. For some reason.
I want the pig to die while you're fucking.
Bertolucci getting this out of Brando.
You have pointed the way better than anyone.
Again, Bertolucci told Marlon Brando, here's a stick of butter, now go and rape the actress on camera. That's how it went down.
We have the right woman. Once I met you, I said to him, there's nobody else we want to do this with.
My experience with Jim was it was exploration, you know? There weren't limitations. It was about finding things on the day even.
Oh dear,
Here's my
oh
question.
dear.
It's going to be difficult to get $25 million in Cannes for
Especially
this movie.
without a script.
That's right, exactly. So what?
So they go into Cannes without a script, just with an idea that Alec Baldwin is going to remake Last Tango in Paris with James Toback and Neve Campbell. And they want someone to give them $25 million? Good luck, lads.
I just wished to fuck you were coming with us. I really do. I mean, what fun that would be apart from everything else. But we will be faithful to you in trying to cast the movie and raise money with the absolute given that either it's you or it's no movie.
Right.
We will not give in when somebody says, you have a movie as long as you use... Alec.
There he is, old three-suitcase Alec.
Oh my God. Claudia Cardin.
It's Ilaria! It's Ilaria Baldwin!
So, how does it feel to be an hour away from losing your Cannes Film Festival virginity?
I'm already excited about losing my French Riviera virginity.
Practically everyone from practically everywhere. Hitchcock, Bardot, Wells, Cocteau, Moreau, Kiarostami, Groucho Marx, Gregory Peck, Juan
Groucho Marx? He doesn't belong in that fucking list.
The fact that it's a market for buying and selling and for finding financing, as we're going to do, as
Ryan
well
Gosling's in
as
this
the
thing.
celebration of film as art.
And Jeffrey Katzenberg, the CEO of Quibi. Roman Polanski's in this movie, folks. This is the most cancelled movie of all time. We got a Woody!
We've set some meetings with all the major foreign sales guys over the next week, as well as with several billionaires, at least one of whom I'm assuming will beg us to allow him to give us his cash.
On his knees, I hope.
Natalie Bernardo's assistant is going to come down and see us here now. She is recommending that we do the interview here in the Carlton Hotel.
In a suite or on the table?
We could do either, but I would recommend in a suite.
Let's have him do it in my room.
Yeah.
Let's have him come rolling into the Bertolucci suite. Somebody sits down, I'll say to him,
Right.
I beg your pardon, my lord. But you're in my room. I think that we got to do it. I was told I was being evicted because you are taking this room from me. I was told this morning.
They take off your name and they put mine.
It's interchangeable. This peels off.
The sexual dialogue.
Clearly that joke didn't go over as well as Alec thought it would when he was sitting at the dinner table chomping on a cigar.
I'll invite him to the Bertolucci suite, and I'll say, you're being evicted.
The high art of cinema, there's a reverence for it here. There's a respect for it. I mean, the whole tradition of how they receive movies here and how they honor the filmmakers.
If anyone knows about honoring filmmakers, it's Jeffrey Katzenberg, who came up with a great idea of a streaming service where it was just 5-minute videos. And it flopped spectacularly within 3 months of launch. And then he said, well, the problem was the pandemic.
Here, it's not like anywhere else in the world.
While every other streaming service saw record profits during the pandemic, Katzenberg couldn't hack it.
And very against what Truffaut famously called the cinema de papa, the sort of French.
Alec Baldwin's got a look on his face like he's hearing about the French New Wave for the very first time in his life.
And if you go down the list, looking at Positif and Cahiers, they are 99% opposite. And it's almost like they consult each other ahead of time to make sure that they're not going to agree, because they almost never do.
Yeah, thank you very much for
Here's Roman Polanski.
doing this. My great pleasure to see you. Thank you.
My great pleasure to see you, Mr. Roman Polanski. My great pleasure.
I was invited to the festival to
meet my wife.
Started an unrest among the students in Paris, and it spread out, and finally it became the whole...
What is this movie about?
May 68.
I thought this was going to be about Alec Baldwin trying to get financing for a film. At the minute, it's Roman Polanski talking about the fucking riots in Paris in the 60s.
Revolution, or whatever you call it.
Talk about false advertising.
When I came, I realized they wanted to disrupt the festival.
It wasn't any more a film festival, it was a film market. It was one in which all the people were in the know, and they...
James Toback earlier on said that's what he likes about the Cannes Film Festival. It's a big market.
And it became very mean-spirited, I felt.
And you never had to avail yourself of that market to raise money for films?
No,
never.
and I never wanted to go back to it again.
And you didn't?
I didn't. It's not the administrators of Cannes' fault.
In a lot of ways, this film is kind of the prototype for Here's the Thing with Alec Baldwin, if you think about it.
Pauline Kael was on the jury. It was the only time she ever came to the Cannes Film Festival. The film won the Best Actress Award, but didn't get anything for Altman.
I'd say this is a very annoyingly edited documentary.
I was at the Nice airport the day after the festival ended. Pauline is there.
Constantly breaking the screen up to show the poster of a book or the black and white photograph of Woody Allen.
Talk to me about Damon.
He's a legendary figure in this world of film
Truly,
finance.
you use that word
I do.
specifically.
He's really the
Legendary
pioneer.
What did he pioneer?
The
Alec Baldwin is asking about 6 questions in 5 seconds.
figure in this world of film
Truly,
finance.
you use that word
I do.
specifically.
He's really the
Legendary
pioneer.
What did he pioneer?
Give him a fucking chance, mate.
If I can project that they'll get their monies back in a profit, I can probably finance any picture that I want to. I just finished funding an $80 million picture.
Doesn't look like he wants to be there, does he?
Washington and Mark Wahlberg. My next picture, I have some Saudi Arabian money and some Russian money.
Is there
Best kind of money there is. Saudi Arabian money and Russian money.
more money available now than proportionately allowing for inflation, or less money?
I'd say less money.
Do me a favor, because I'm going to go text, because we have to let them know that we're running behind. Bear with me. I'll be right back.
I would like to ask you.
Why would you keep that in the film?
The kind of movie we're thinking of couldn't go much lower than that, but what would be the number that cast would be a feasible bet at?
£6.50.
4 to 5 million.
4 or 5 million? Now that is a dramatic step down from what James Toback is asking for.
I'm too old for that, you know. It's
No
like,
kidding.
I don't have,
It's horrendous.
It is horrendous.
It's either very, very big or
Yeah,
very, very
yeah.
small. There's nothing in between. I happen to have a Australian distributor and a Russian distributor.
These look like two gentlemen who've been waiting to give me money.
There's politics, there's adventure, there's sex.
They're supposed to be comedy.
Again, the film does not exist at this point. He hasn't actually written the film.
And there
No
will
No comedy.
There will be humor built into a serious movie.
The film it needs to be comedy.
Oh, you think so?
Of course.
It's been a long time since you did the submarine picture. Yeah. We need action and we need submarine. So listen, you can have sex as well. Yeah. I don't have a problem. That's what was missing in the other.
I'm willing to give you $25 million for this film, but here's my one stipulation, Mr. Baldwin. There has to be a submarine. There has to be a submarine. I know you've told me that you're making like a Last Tango in Paris kind of movie, but I would really like a submarine in it.
Last Tango in the Missile Bay. Well, absolutely.
Absolutely. Last Tango in the Missile Bay. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Mr. Baldwin.
Can't we help him out with the actress? A hot new star, Jessica Chastain.
Listen, here's my feeling, because I don't want to throw Nev under the bus. I love Nev. I did a movie with her. What I could do is invent a role for Nev, another role.
Never played.
Oh, earlier on in the film, he was saying, listen, it's Nev Campbell or it's nothing. Now he's changed his tune. 2 meetings in.
Spy.
Yeah, and we can use Jessica.
So we kill Nev.
Jesus Christ. Alex really doubling down.
The way you make it in this business is you have to become a really selfish motherfucker. You gotta, this is it. And you tell your mother and your wife and your kids and everybody when necessary. You don't do it gratuitously.
Oh, of course not. No.
You don't do it purposelessly.
Here's the Alec Baldwin secret to success. Be a fucking cunt.
We're making a film.
You are?
Yeah.
During the festival?
Yes, we're making a documentary. The festival is a backdrop of the film.
What's happening in it?
Well, everything is...
Not a fucking lot, to be honest with you, mate. I'm just sort of going around talking to rich Australians and throwing Nev Campbell under the bus.
Where do we go?
Here we go. Now we're talking. Alec and Jimmy.
This is the world film business.
Yeah. All these people are here doing what? Selling films they have?
Or trying to...
Nah, mate, they're selling fucking fruit and veg. What do you think they're doing, you stupid prick? Paradise Love, that's a good film. Ulrich Seidel.
Find a film.
He's been cancelled, though. I think he got into some trouble last year.
To grab, to set up.
Amor? That's a hell of a film. That won the Palme d'Or this year.
To become a partner in, to get a distributor for.
You know it's a great film when you're just looking for posters in the background of things you have enjoyed.
We want to make a movie which is set in Iraq. It is something very...
Hold on. This film's set in Iraq now.
Polarizing. We come together and we have these bizarre sexual encounters. So we
want me to send you a movie that we've done.
Oh, you already made this movie. Okay, now let's wrap. Let's go. And now I am coming off the TV show 6 years. Next year I have a half season, 7 years, then we're done. And I'm going to, I don't like to say this in like some lofty way, but I'm going to re-enter filmmaking as a career. Do you think you could be in the movie business with me again?
I don't want to look up and see if this film got made, because I know it didn't get made. There's no way there's an Alec Baldwin film where he goes to Iraq and has a bunch of different sexual encounters with Neve Campbell.
Definitely, but not by yourself. I will have to support you.
You lay it on the cards.
Listen,
it's got to be a woman.
That's what they know me about. I tell people what you need to get support with other movie star people around you, like Jerry.
Listen, Mr. Baldwin, the film sounds interesting, but with you as the star, it is... No. Terrible idea.
Butler supported with another 4 and what's his name? And
so you want my character to go to Iraq? You want me to fuck 4 women in a hotel?
5, if possible.
5.
Make it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about Bejo if it was Bejo and I together in a film?
Who is Bejo? I don't know.
You can't raise a lot of money with her. She was in The Artist.
I know. No.
They won the Oscar for last year.
I don't care.
She's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. So
she's heart-stopping.
She's beautiful, but she's not...
This is just Alec Baldwin going out to loads of producers and saying, I need you to give me money so I can fuck beautiful women. on screen.
Exploratory, I'm not going to say animal sex, wild sex, exploratory sex, new frontiers of sex in a hotel room. You're going to give us what, like 50 cents to make the movie?
What is the film? New Frontiers of Sex in a Hotel Room in Iraq with either Mila Kunis, Neve Campbell,
your name and her name,
or the lady from The Artist.
Something like $4 or $5 million.
Okay. We may have to adjust the concept of this movie a little bit.
There isn't a concept!
Fuck these foreign sales guys. We don't need them anyway. We've got our billionaires lined up. Taki Theodorakopoulos, a huge Greek shipping heir, Johnny Pagazzi, one of the richest guys in Italy.
Johnny
who Brett Ratner's
Pagazzi.
going to introduce me to. We have Denise Rich's party on her yacht. She got a massive settlement from her husband before he went on the lam.
So the strategy is to find one billionaire who's willing to give James Toback $25 million.
And we have several other foreign sales guys we haven't met yet.
I thought you said fuck the foreign sales guys.
Yeah, fuck the ones who didn't say yes.
Of all the male movie stars in the world, who's your favorite? Which actor do you fantasize about?
If one of these women says Alec Baldwin, I don't. It's a setup. There's no way.
The most. Who is the hottest leading actor? Which actor would you most like to
They're all going to say Ryan Gosling, aren't they? And then it's going to hard cut to an interview with Ryan Gosling.
be stuck in an elevator with?
Ryan Gosling.
Hell yeah, baby.
Fuck! Seriously?
Also turned into just a film about...
That we were going to make this
Making
movie no
films.
matter what. That was Seduced and Abandoned.
I wouldn't have worn that jacket if I was James Toback.
The celebratory movie about film.
But the narrative of that is that you're trying to get
That's
funding
right.
for this other film. you're
That's
gonna make,
right.
Which is like a $50 million drama.
Probably.
Is it-
Probably.
No, it's $25 million, and it's set in Iraq, and it's about me fucking every actress I can think of. Did James Toback just get back from a karate class or something? What is this jacket?
Or it's a 12 to 15.
Nice little rest of the hand on Alec Baldwin's knee to say, shut the fuck up. I'm speaking now.
$15 million movie, unless you want to be written into it, which I'll be happy to do, and then it becomes
If
a
you
$35
do it with
to
us,
$50 million
it's a $150 million
Right.
I don't want to touch you.
Okay. Oh.
Gross! I don't want to touch you!
I know we only have you for 10 minutes.
Do I need to get my...
I don't want to touch you. By the way, would you like to be in a film with me? It's set in Iraq. Disrespectful. Alec Baldwin with his dirty fucking shoes all over this glorious table.
Reuse.
For example, in that Goodfellas where Joe Pesci does, what do you think, I'm funny?
Right.
I mean, literally was something that had happened to Joe. He said, I'd do the picture if you put this scene in.
Ow, Pete! Oh, fuck is... Gee, I wish I was big just once.
Why put this scene in the film? We all know the scene he's fucking talking about.
And I had to keep guiding Joe to that level.
Oh, no, you said it. How do I know? You said I'm funny. How the fuck am I...
What has this got to do with anything? I feel like I'm saying that after every single thing I see, but what does this have to do with selling a film at the Cannes Film Festival? This is just an anecdote about Goodfellas. I like Goodfellas, don't get me wrong. Goodfellas is a great movie. This is a great scene, but I've seen it
Funny? What the
many times.
fuck is so funny about me? Tell me. Tell me what's funny.
Get the fuck out of here, Tommy.
You motherfucker! I almost had him!
Woody Allen is the perfect director.
There we go. Now we're back on track, folks. Now we're back on fucking track. Woody Allen is the perfect director. Tell him, Alec.
And who he reminds me of, oddly enough, in the moment, in the actual work, is John Hughes, the late John Hughes. Because Hughes was a very successful writer-director.
Does the choice of Anne Sexton and Sylvia Plath suggest that you had early suicidal thoughts?
Yeah, early, middle, recent.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I love it when someone tells me they had suicidal thoughts and I go, yeah, yeah.
The film we want to make is I am a government operative.
Okay, so now we've got a plot for this film that's destined to fail.
And the woman is a reporter, kind of a lefty journalist, and the two of them are complete opposites, and they meet in Iraq during the war. And so basically we come together and it's like, the world is ending, let's fuck. You know? And then they have this, like, they have
She doesn't know where to fucking look. Imagine Alec Baldwin telling you this.
this like crazy, we call the movie Last Tango into Crete.
Okay.
The two of them are in the same hotel room. We want to explore what happens between men and women. Now, would that kind of a film interest you?
If Alec Baldwin is ever looking at me with a cushion on his lap, saying he wants to explore what happens between men and women, I'm running out of the room.
You know, I couldn't tell you. I would be happy to read the script. Your pitch has not convinced me yet, but I'm...
Really? That pitch didn't convince you?
I can justify just about anything.
I can justify just about anything. Ask 400 women.
What we can find out here is logistically what kind of cooperation we can expect, what kind of tax breaks, what kind of advantages to shoot in one place as opposed to another. Iraq, Tunisia, Abu Dhabi.
They should have had conversations like this before going to Cannes.
Tunisia?
They're walking from meeting to meeting trying to decide on the way what film they're pitching is.
Our film requires a backdrop of war. I am an American government.
Our erotic film, where I fuck 20 of the most famous actresses in the world, needs a war background.
Operative in the Bush era. The war maker. He's a CIA operative who's a conservative. He's a hawk in the purest American terms, who meets a liberal journalist.
We could shoot Tunisia for Iraq and make it believable, right? Yeah.
Which do you think is better, Tunisia or Morocco? Yeah. So if I'm in Abu Dhabi, which is a city.
Yeah.
And
It's an emirate. It's kind of
it's
one
an
of the seven
emirate.
emirates. It's kind
Like
of
New
quite
York.
large.
New York is an emirate.
Yeah.
I live in New York.
Okay.
It's
a large old area.
Yeah, I live in an emirate too.
Right. We're trying.
Okay, cool, mate. I live in New York. By the way, I live in New York.
Where is the Iraqi Film Commission? Why don't they have
No,
one?
I don't think they are.
Why?
What's she gonna know, mate?
Are there films shooting in Iraq?
I'm not aware of any.
Why don't the Iraqis have a film commission?
He's asking everyone he meets.
I think you need to put the question to the Iraqis.
Okay, you're very good.
So this is a highly sexual movie.
Political examination of the exchange of energy, if you will.
There is a lot of specific sexual behavior in the
Eroticism.
Oh my words! I'm enjoying it now.
Is there any chance, even a sliver?
I don't want to be in a bed with Nev Campbell with a camera rolling and the Jordanian censors kick the door down.
It's me that reads the script in the Moroccan Cinema Center.
So if we make a very sexually exploratory film and you read the script...
Yes.
What is this fucking movie they're making, man? I can't wrap my head around it.
And you agree that we can make the film, that's going to tell us a lot about you, isn't it?
Yes.
Seriously, so Alec, yeah.
Alec Baldwin.
Yes.
And Last Tango.
Well,
He
in our
can't do that
version
remake.
of-
He's a TV actor.
Oh yes, that's what we love to see.
Depends who you will bring at the table.
And
Alec
seriously,
Baldwin?
so Alec, yeah.
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin in Last Tango in Paris.
And Last Tango.
Well,
He
in our
can't do that
version
remake.
of-
He's a TV actor.
Bet Alec fucking punched a hole through his television when he watched this for the first time and saw that guy say that.
Guess if you would say the one thing that I really want to do, that I can't say that I can't do, but that I would really want to do, one would be to cure cancer so that nobody would ever have to suffer from it. The other thing would be to have peace in the world.
You know, Alec and I are planning a film.
So the two things this lady says she wants is to cure cancer and world peace. James Toback's got the next best thing.
Where you are now, was that a goal? Did you have a sense of that?
But that's the best part about Los Angeles.
Was it your goal to be in a hotel room opposite Alec Baldwin and James Toback?
Jessica Chastain could be the woman, and Nev can be the wife you divorced, or who divorced you before you left.
Again, throwing Nev Campbell under the bus. Start of the film, it was going to be here, opposite Alec Baldwin. And if someone told him no, then fuck him. Now they've actually got to Cannes. And they're like, well, Nev can be the ex-wife in maybe the first 5 minutes.
But they're all going to be dead. What good is their money going to do them then? They might as well have financed us. At least they'd have their name on a great work of art.
They'd have their name on a film. Don't know if they'd have their name on a great work of art based on everything we've heard about it.
I gotta be careful, I'm gonna go nuts.
No one has ever paid me in esteem, no more than in money, what I am due. What? No one has ever paid me in esteem, no more than money, what I am due. I don't know what that means. I know what that means. Give me money, that's what I want. That one I can understand.
Because the way I see it, one person making the final decision affords a chance at boldness and originality. A committee decision guarantees timidity and convention, which is why people with fresh ideas need to run around chasing money outside the system all the time.
People with fresh ideas like me and Alec Baldwin. Because this is Alec Baldwin's room that he's staying in. Let's try and get a picture of this card.
Because of your back problem?
Yeah, it sounds a bit stupid. I mean, I was like...
I can't make it out.
Obsessed by recouping my back, which was...
But that's a very strange way to display cards that you receive as well, isn't it? Like just the message facing out.
Strange, so I had three...
So I think Alec Baldwin wants us to know what this says. But we're unable to find out.
Operations. I wanted to have, and here I am. Every operation was worse and more pain.
Alec's hat down there. There's Alec's gigantic golf ball that he keeps under his desk.
Pain.
The same thing
But who cares?
Hilarious handbag.
I'm looking at three guys. It's as if this is the parole board, and they've been told that I.
And you're Sirhan Sirhan.
That's right.
What's this
They're
plate
never
of?
getting out.
What's this plate of biscuits they got here? Those don't even look like nice biscuits.
That's right.
For all I know, you would be deeply damaged by a loss of money in that area, or it might not
I think this was released theatrically.
even be noticeable. It's not for me to say. Money is the one thing people lie about, people conceal. Everything else is open. They'll talk about their gallbladder, their affairs, the crimes they committed, the drugs they've taken.
If I had to hazard a guess, I would guess that this was originally intended to go on the behind the scenes of a DVD, but the film was never made.
How's this?
This film played at the 2013 Cannes Film Festival. So it didn't just play theatrically, it played at Cannes.
Brainstorm. He says, we don't need to go to Tikrit. He goes, let's have them come back from Iraq, and they're completely shell-shocked and ravaged.
Oh, hang on, we got to go back. He's talking about the film again.
Gallbladder, their affairs, the crimes they committed, the drugs they've taken, the times they passed out from alcoholic poisoning.
We originally were going to do it in Iraq.
Right.
And finally, Jimmy
We originally were going to do it in Iraq until about 2 days ago.
has this brainstorm. He says, we don't need to go to Tikrit. He goes, let's have them come back from Iraq, and they're completely shell-shocked and ravaged by the experience. We want to make that film. Jimmy's going to write this film.
Are you going to finance that?
Sounds like a good idea. I mean, I just, I think I'd have to sit down.
How much will you give us to make the movie?
You could get $25 million for that movie just by...
They actually can't, mate. They've actually been trying to get $25 million for this film. No one wants to know.
Square the deal right now.
Oh my God.
Let me write let me write the amount of money that I'm willing to give it to you.
Okay.
But you can't open it till afterwards.
Okay.
I hope to God it's just zero.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe it's a drawing of a little cartoon turd.
How much longer is this going to do, fellas? You get that lightning bolt in there?
I need to balance your, how would you put it?
Fondness for reality.
Okay. Look, Taki wrote as much as you need.
And you take him literally. You don't think there's a very large
Very clearly ADR'd. All that
measure
stuff.
of mischievousness in his personality?
Absolutely, but that doesn't mean it extends to funding our movie. But even if it does, we have our 3 seduced and abandoned investors. We have Metaboy's $25 million.
By the way, the music for Seduced and Abandoned must be your Shostakovich, the dark, poetic beauty of the Fifth, juxtaposed with the perversely playful waltzes.
What? What are you fucking on about, Alec?
is what we came here with, which is hope.
That's not bad. People lose hope all the time, and ours is intact.
By the way, the music for Seduced and Abandoned
Is he talking about this music that I've been saying is shit?
must be your Shostakovich, the dark, poetic beauty of the fifth, juxtaposed with the perversely playful waltzes. It's as if Shostakovich wrote these for you.
Ugh. Film is a phenomenon whose resemblance to death has been ignored for too long. What's that mean? Does that mean anything?
I want to know your name.
Alex, about.
Are you, I know you love life, obviously, and you want to live, but are you afraid of death or are you ready for death? Thanks a lot. At 11:45.
No, because I want to be a mom.
I don't think about it, so I guess. Must be.
You're ready for death. You can handle it, right?
Jesus Christ.
You don't want it, but you're not afraid of it.
I'm going to go around asking people for $25 million, and then when they say no, I'm going to grab them by the arm and say, you're not afraid of death, are you?
Ready for death.
No.
Now shut up!
He's asked every
How the
goddamn
fuck could you
person.
be ready to die? I'd be out with him.
You're the only thing.
Piping fucking. What are you talking about?
The only thing missing from this movie is us actually being in the intensive care ward of a hospital.
It made the film a lot fucking better.
With some 95-year-old fucking guy with tubes coming out, and Jimmy going, "Are you
Oh, he was talking about visiting someone else in an intensive care ward.
ready?"
I had a different idea.
John Updike, very, very fine, wonderful poet as well as novelist, obviously, and critic for that matter, who died in his 70s without complaint of cancer. No one knew he was sick. No, he knew. This is what he wrote shortly before he died. It's called Requiem. It came to me the other day, were I to die,
This film's taking a very strange turn in the final 10 minutes.
no one would say, oh, what a shame, so young, so full of promise. Depths unplumbable. Instead, a shrug and tearless eyes will greet my overdue demise. The wide response will be, I know, I thought he died a while ago. For life's a shabby subterfuge, and death is real and dark and huge. The shock of it will register nowhere, but where it will occur.
There we go.
You know I love you.
Yes.
You know I have deep feelings of great, tremendous love for you.
Yes.
And you just added to the menu. Wow, you're a very good reader of poetry.
Thank you.
You're very good. You read that
you.
beautifully.
Thank
you
you.
read that beautifully.
Thank you.
In spite of all your
Thank you.
self-destructive tendencies.
Thank you. Well,
These two fucking, or what's going on here?
but that's part of the beauty of the beauty of film is it conjures up notions of finality, of death.
This is 6 weeks after the festival, but this is the same place where Alec Baldwin was shouting at a lady because she had dogs at the beginning of the film.
The movie ends and it's like it's over. You're sitting there in the dark, but there's light. And
If Paul Giamatti and Louis C.K. fucked, it would be James Toback. That's what it is. That's who he looks like.
you're alive as long as the movie is on. And then all of a sudden...
That's it then. Until next time, remember that one of this year's Oscar-nominated pictures, Tar, features Alec Baldwin. So Alec Baldwin may be down, but he will never be out. That's the end of the little Baldwin adventure for today. Who knows when I'll find something with Alec Baldwin next? Probably very soon.